I love the music. You didn't.
Hello, everyone. Talking about you love the music. Well, sorry. Hey, let me get over here to the chat. Lorna, hello. And welcome. Sunday can be a little slow, but we gonna do this because I need 12. Uh-oh, I didn't do it. Oh,
Oh,
I didn't mute the other side.
oh.
Um, but anyway, I am so happy that y'all showed up today. And you want to introduce yourself to my people.
Yeah, I'm Fox.
And
Bye.
Crystal.
Yeah.
He's my like co-pilot on my channel. He just volunteers and
Right.
lets me record him.
Yep.
I always wondered about Fox, the name. Where does it
Yeah,
come
how
from
did you come up
somebody?
with the spelling of the Finatic?
Oh, yeah. I was just when I was in college, I was trying to be clever with the spelling, and I was like, oh, how can I make Fox like
Interesting.
6 letters instead of 3? So I wanted a double.
Oh,
meaning.
it's really that.
Yeah. So I was like, and
I don't know. Like we used to hang out with furries when we were
Yeah.
younger. There's a dozen foxes a dime. Like everybody's fox.
yeah. So I wanted a more unique spelling. and
Yeah.
then, when we used to go to fur cons, like that used to
We
be
don't
how
even
I
do
would,
this stuff anymore. Like
how it always spelled
So
first.
where did the name FOX come from?
It was just a persona that I picked when we used to do fur cons. So
like when we were
Yeah.
younger.
Well,
Do you even know what a furry is, Betty?
Did his parents name him Fox? Or that was a nickname.
No.
No.
Oh, I was wondering. I'm like,
No.
where
No, they named him his legal name, and then his middle
Okay,
name is
I got
Freedom.
you. I got you.
yeah. Because I never. Yeah.
He doesn't like his legal
I
name.
never really cared for my real
Oh,
first
that's
name.
all
so,
Like when
yeah.
I first met him, he told me his name was Freedom, and I thought he was really messing with me. He literally showed me his license and like covered up his first name and showed me his middle name, and it says Freedom
Mhm.
Dagger. I'm like, okay. And then I got confused and thought his last name was Durf for a long time because all the guys on the floor called him Durf from The Simpsons, the beer can. I don't get I literally thought his name was like Fred Durf for like the longest time.
Oh,
He's
so
freaking
y'all met in college.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. First year or the last year?
First year.
Mhm. Yeah, it was during the first year, but we didn't really hang out much the first year.
Y'all
Like I
hang
met
out-
him because I was working for individuals with disability, and my maid of honor, Jenny, she lived on the first floor of his building, and then I was running around doing laundry, and we crossed paths, and it had to be like 11:30 at night, and I'm like, who is this guy? And I was dating some other guy at the time, and I called him. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
I gotta get out of here. There's some guy wandering the halls. Like he was in the girls' part of the lavatory. I think he was just going down the basement now, but
Yeah, I was.
I didn't know. I thought the whole building was girls. It was like the first week of college.
Oh my god.
I know, I was special. And then we kept like meeting up for game nights because Jenny would always invite him, and
Oh yeah.
we just hung out in the same friend group, and we were really good friends. And I don't know, there was a point where we didn't like each other at all.
Yeah, where we didn't talk for a while, but yeah.
Oh, y'all got mad with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of gave him grief about like he kept wearing these old shirts and they had cartoons and I didn't get it. And then he got really offended that I made any comment. The thing is, I love these shirts now. If I could, I would turn them into a blanket. I love these shirts so much. It's funny.
We're talking about college sweethearts.
Yeah.
College sweethearts. I think that most girls probably get the best husbands when they're in college than after. Way after.
Oh yeah.
I think the pool is bigger, because then a lot of college women get out, then years later, it's hard to kind of find a guy that's kind of equal up to them.
Oh, he's beyond me. I don't know why he puts up with my crazy. Like, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have bettered myself as much as I did.
Okay.
Like, I dropped out of college for a while, and when he was studying abroad in Australia and came back, like I moved in with him because I was living with Jenny at the time, and we were like, I can't keep doing this. He's like, well, why don't you live with me? My roommate's driving me nuts. I hope for happy birthday.
So, listen, how long did y'all date before you got married?
7 years.
Yeah, I think
7 or 8.
7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was like I think it was 7 years.
We started dating in 2006, and then we got engaged in 2011.
So our
married in 13.
The anniversary when we started dating and our wedding anniversry.
We kept everything consistent.
Was the same date. So it actually kind of worked out nicely that way. So I didn't have to remember another day. So
me and my husband dated for 10.
Yeah.
And we never broke up. Ever broke up.
Oh. Yeah. We had our spouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when he's your best friend, like, how do you not get through your day without talking to your best friend? So then we would stay friends and.
Yeah.
And I was older though too. When I think about it, y'all were babies. Mm-hmm. Y'all, when you think, when you look back now, it's like I was 21. I was a baby. I thought I knew what
we knew about life. He kept saying, he kept trolling it through, like, oh, we should wait more. We're still young. Why are we in a rush? And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about?
Yeah.
We're talking about college dating and everything. I know it was like 10 years. 10, because I kind of wanted to wait because I had 2 children too before I met him. And I kind of wanted to wait till the last one turned 18.
It's funny. That's how I first learned about furries too.
I know what a furry is. I didn't know it's from Big Bang Theory, an episode of Las Vegas.
Oh, there's Big Bang?
Yeah. So what is a furry?
I know. I'll have to go back and watch that.
Yeah. What is a furry?
There's been a lot of shows that have done episodes and mentions of it now.
The thing is, that community is so different from what we experienced like 10 plus years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's all like raver cons and fur costumes. And
like.
We're more into the brony theme right now, which is like a sub branch, but
it's
not really.
A little bit smaller. And, but because like the convention that we used to go to when we were in college was
Isn't it the largest now?
At the time it was like number 2 or 3 for size in the country, and
it wasn't even that big at that time.
Yeah, it maybe had like 1,000 attendees, and now it's like the largest one in the country, and they had like I want to say like 16 or 17,000 this last just earlier this month there, and now they're at a convention center. There's a lottery to get hotel rooms. It's a whole thing.
It's too much, man. That's too big for me. It's kind of like the last BronyCon. I didn't go to that either. Hi, Shiny.
We went to the last BronyCon.
Yes, thanks for coming in. My sister Annette is here, and Lorna is here, and okay, so now they say furry folks that like to dress up like animals.
Yeah, there are a lot of fursuiters.
He always talked about getting one, but then he never did.
Yeah,
one of these days. I'll end up burying him in one. I'd rather bury you in a fursuit than shoot you into space. This man's crazy. He wants to be shot into space when he's dead. Yeah. Like, he wants his ashes to be in space. I'm like, why? How am I supposed to visit that?
You're not.
Hey, Trish. Welcome in. Welcome in. So I am a baby boomer. What are y'all? Do y'all know what y'all? Generation X, you think?
I wish. No, we're like the last of... We're the beginning of the millennials and then the last of Generation X. But you got to understand, we grew up in the Midwest. He grew up with like Generation X siblings. So it's smaller. When you live in like the middle of Wisconsin or whatever, I feel like what they portray the 90s as looks like the 80s for us. Like we were trapped in... You don't feel like it looked like the 80s when we were growing up?
No, I don't think so. I thought like no, it was very much a '90s feel compared to like the '80s. Looking back, like cultural wise, music wise, like
I just
Like,
remember
there's-
like big poofy
Oh,
hair and neon
no,
and
that was-
scrunchies and
In the 90s or the 80s?
in the
I
90s,
was
like
gonna
the
say
early
maybe
90s.
yeah, maybe early '90s when like that was maybe a holdover yet, but that was really starting to go.
It felt like it jumped
Right.
from this neon scrunchy wearing craziness to we're teenagers now and early Y2K kind of stuff. Like there was no 90s grunge for me. We got more into the 90s grunge when we
Now,
were
the teens, okay, I was a teenager in the 70s. So it was mini skirts, boots.
really.
Yes, we wore our dresses up to our behinds, girl. My mama used to fight me all the way, so I would have her buy me a top and a skirt so I could roll it up. And then when I go home, roll it. Girl, yeah, we were, people talk about, we weren't no different than this young generation. I don't care what nobody say.
I don't know. The fashion
Yeah.
just cracks me up. And then I keep seeing, like, I'm going to the mall with my best friend today, I think, just to walk around and see stuff. And I'm betting you anything, it's just going to look like Y2K garbage.
Oh, it's gonna look like a apocalypse.
You think?
Listen to my sister. You don't even know you was 13 years younger than me. Yes, she did. Her fast tail.
Sorry, I was trying to pick up the baby.
Oh, they got what? Forecasts.
Yeah, we do.
Forecasts. Oh,
I
boy.
always think we want more, and then we don't.
How do
Yeah.
y'all
Oh,
start
here's-
that? Each cat forecast. How do you start? Did you just start years ago getting a cat? Was that your first
Yeah.
cat?
Well, we
We
had
have
a couple bad luck with kittens in college. Like we had two kittens that we got like that died one after another. So I was like, I'm done with getting cats now. Like, it was just bad luck.
Have you ever heard of FIP?
What is it?
Yeah, it's feline infectious peritonitis or something like that. And
Oh, you heard of that?
yeah, there's two different versions, and
There's the wet and the dry.
yeah,
And our
there's-
kitten had the wet.
Yeah. There was nothing at the time that could be done.
What could you?
There is now, because I was researching again a number of years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, and now there's apparently an off-market medicine that has shown promise in some other drug trials that people have been trying to get a hold of and use to treat FIP, and that's been showing some promising results. But the problem is, like, the company that owns a patent for it doesn't want to go through the FDA to get trials done because it's trying to approve a similar drug for human use. And something about, like, if they want to do the other one for cats, it's going to do like this other one for humans or some legal.
You can't like do both.
Yeah, there's some like legal reason why the company didn't want to pursue FDA approvals. So it's leaving like all these pet owners that have FIP in this predicament where if they want to do something, they have to go try to get an off-brand or black market version of the drug. Which that aside, so I complete tangent, but yeah, so like after the second, so one of our kittens had
Victim.
FIP, one of them had a heart condition,
Okay.
and then years later, she got Shiny, which was a calico we had on for my birthday, and
like a
she
week
was,
after his birthday. I'm like,
and
happy
at
birthday.
the time, I still wasn't ready, so like Shiny was only supposed to be there for a week, and then she was supposed to go back.
So then by back, she went to live with me and my roommate Heather.
Yeah.
And that was ridiculous. And then my landlord found out about the cat. So then I'm calling him frantically, like, hey. He's like, I thought you gave the cat back. I'm like, no. He's like, oh. And he's like, well, what do you, I think I just brought it back to your apartment and just left it there.
Yeah.
And I got some angry text messages, but then like a few days later, he was fine. So.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess I have a cat now.
My sister,
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's a baby.
This one was the second one we got. This one was the only one I considered planned because
okay. I know, like children, right? Playing.
he was we wanted a second cat, and
The only way I could get him to agree was to name it after a pony.
yeah.
Oh,
this is
Lord.
My Little Pony was just starting.
Oh, Lord.
Really into it, and there's this orange pony called Scootaloo on the show, and
And I liked it because Scootaloo has special needs. Like,
yeah, she's a Pegasus, but she's not able to fly.
And I really like that message. And to me, it's always
Okay.
been about
Yeah,
adapting.
and like the message throughout the series, like she never overcomes she's never able to fly by the end of the series, but the message is like that's okay.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to overcome everything. You can live and adapt with it and still have a good life and have meaningful friendships and stuff like that.
And she becomes like a teacher and like a coach.
So yeah, like it's a
We
very
wanted an
positive
orange
message.
cat.
And yeah, so we picked the name Scootaloo, and then we went through three different shelters looking for an orange cat that fit the bill.
Oh, y'all didn't buy your cat.
No,
that's the inside joke, y'all.
Yeah, then we ended up like going back to the Humane Society because we didn't find any orange cat.
But there was a little black kitten that I thought about. I'm like, well,
and it was a black kitten. It had like little white markings. We're like, well, we can go back and look at that one again, and then they go back to the Humane Society, and they're like, oh, this guy was just dropped off. So like between the time we were there in the morning and the time we went back in the afternoon, this guy was dropped off.
It was like right after Katrina, like probably a half a month later. But they brought in a bunch of cats from like the New Orleans area.
Yeah, that were displaced, and he was one of them that got brought up from down south. So
and like all the notes they had is they found him eating trash like in a garbage, and
so he was a little street cat for a little bit, and then came up with society, and then
he was so little.
Went home with us that day. So that's how we got started.
I'm gonna get over to my chat just in a minute.
Guys.
Somebody had wrote something long, and I don't know, I lost it. She wrote about mini skirts. Here it is, Lorna. We were talking about the short skirt. She said, here's my mini skirt and go-go boot story. I showed my daughter a picture and told her if she pissed me off, I would show up at her senior prom in that outfit. Us baby boomers, we were unique. I know people say we were like Sergeant Major Lees raising our children, but that Generation X didn't turn out that bad. All the millennials, y'all went to college, y'all went to school, y'all did what y'all needed to do.
We're all in debt.
Yeah, I worry about like the generation coming up now. I keep hearing like their attention spans are just not there.
Oh, my attention span's not there.
Yeah, but I heard like this next generation, like it just it's concerning a little bit.
You know Destination Fun, don't you?
They said the same crap about us.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. But Destination Fun, she's in the cruise community. I am so honored to have you today. Yeah. Do you remember that name, Crystal? Destination Fun.
Destination Fun?
Yeah, Sherry.
What about her?
I said, do you know her? You don't know the name? No.
You know her?
I think so.
All right.
I'm better with pictures than names.
Yeah, she's in the cruise community. I saw what you say, Lady Sky. You don't wear short skirts. You wear long. I didn't miss it. Let's go back and say it. See, I remembered. I didn't even have to go back and read it, is what it is. What did you major in college? I would love to know.
Oh, it was actually it's computer like computer information systems essentially. At Whitewater they called it management computer systems. Other places call it management information systems. It's all essentially the same degree. It's sort of like computer science with a business emphasis. So you learn a lot of like programming, but you have to do a lot of like business classes as well on top of it. So
I never realized that.
Yeah, so like I had to do like so that's why I had to do like 2 years of accounting and business law and
You
stuff
did
like that.
not.
Yeah, so that's why, because it was through the MCS program. So like, yeah, I took the business side as well as the computer classes with it. So they did offer like a computer science degree that was just, no business classes, but you had to do more math and more programming courses. So,
Yeah.
But either one.
I knew about like the minoring in Spanish, which I was like, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
How'd that Spanish come
I did a minor in Spanish. Which
in college you did Spanish?
Yeah, I did a minor.
You know what I just remembered? When I went to college, my handwriting was so bad. My teacher told me I needed to take a handwriting. I remember, I don't know where I took this class at to redo my hand. It was so bad. It was bad. She told me I needed, but my favorite subject in college was English. English was all my life, even in high school.
Oh, I did enjoy like English a lot. Like I like writing and stuff. Like
used to write a lot.
Yeah.
I do. I love to write. I love to, just not like write a book, and I love to write out stuff. So yeah, I love English. I love history too.
Yeah.
So you say you're fighting for the next generation, huh?
A little bit.
I don't know.
I don't know. I just hear like all the people or see people like posting messages on TikTok and everything, social media about the attention span just being pretty terrible.
How do you feel? Okay, so we have 2 nephews, and they are very bright, and they are very.
One, like the older one is, but
Gosh, you. I mean, my Ian is brilliant. Like.
Yeah. Ian is. He's
street
clever,
smart, and he's got a way of talking to people, and he's very social.
He is like
there's all kinds of smart. Yeah. You could totally talk a teacher into giving him extra time, I guarantee.
I remember I used to talk about the millennials a lot, and I'm like, well, God, dog, we want to raise millennials too.
Yeah. Well, I also kind of worry like what long-term effects we're going to see on the generation coming up from the pandemic.
Right.
Because, I think about that, like, when I was a kid, like, I'm sure I would have loved to have a month off of school just randomly. But when it becomes, like, a semester or a year or more off, like, yeah, I can't imagine, like, how that would have affected me coming up. Like, that. So I'm just kind of curious if there's going to be long-term repercussions on this generation from that.
I hear you. Resilient Dad, thank you so much. Thank you. I know. I'm hoping when I put this up, I'll knock both of us off. We won't be off. I can bring us back. Okay, here we go. Thank you. There we go. That brought us back. Thank you so much. Thank you. So what does Super Chat say? You don't have to, but it's much appreciated. He always says that. Thank you so much. I'll get a payout this month. You got to make at least $100 to get a payout.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
It's less over at TikTok and stuff. So. But yeah, you have to have $100 payout to do it.
I don't know.
I'll never see $100 payout.
Pay myself out. I don't know.
Oh God.
That's how you get it faster. Just pay yourself $100 to get the 13. Max is like, what the heck are you talking about?
No, I get it.
But the generation after me, I really think, I guess they will be millennials and who are a little bit after them. I just like where they didn't stay on a job forever, how they hopped around a lot. Yeah. I like that. I did because we stayed on jobs too long. Yeah. I do. I just think that's a brave thing. I know sometimes people call it a stupid thing.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't like looking for a new
yeah.
job, but like him hopping around
Right.
in the last few years has really benefited him because he
Right.
worked at a place
Yeah.
for 10 years. And
Yeah, I kind of do the same thing. Like I was happy with where I was at, and then it got bought out, and I stayed there for like 2 or 3 years after it got bought out. But things were
Mhm.
like benefits got cut, and there were pay freezes, hire freezes. Then the pandemic hit, and then like
didn't it cut your
Yeah,
like,
there
pay
was-
by 20% or something?
yeah, they had just gone through like a series of layoffs at the end of 2019, and then the pandemic hits,
Yeah.
and their market is universities, and all of a sudden all the universities are going online, and they're worried about their federal funding, so they're not buying our software. So they cut all of our hours and pay
Oh
right
God.
at the start of 2020. So that's when I finally started. I was like, okay, I need to get out because I don't know if this company even has a future. So,
Mhm.
but yeah,
I think
like
they're still around, but
they still are, which is amazing. And apparently, some people that I heard from that still work there, the benefits have gotten a little bit
Mhm.
better and conditions have improved. But I was like, well, don't think I don't regret like my choice to leave though. I don't think
Yeah.
I can go back there
Yeah.
because
Resilient Dad say I agree with the comment about the pandemic generation that was in college, also in high school, because a lot of kids didn't go to their
Right.
graduations, so they did proms. They
they
missed
miss
out.
those social.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
Lorna says it's not the younger generation attention span is not the problem. It's that they'll see through the system that we have built. That's what my son said, and realized that most of it's crap and built on the love of money and not values.
Oh yeah.
I blame my generation for that. We became materialistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The parents before me was more saving, save, thrift. College is the way, and stay on your job. You put your head down and 10 toes down deep, and you stay on your job for 50 years, get the pension, and
There are
all
no
that.
pensions anymore.
Yeah.
Now you just have 401ks and hope the stock market.
I know.
And then it might fail or whatever. We're like stockpiling because I really would love to like.
Yeah, we've been.
I think that post I showed you the other day explains it best. It's talking about their resume on LinkedIn. They were a software engineer, and then they became like a CEO or something.
Mhm.
And then their current job is goose farmer. Like that's what I think is our long-term goal, is to just make.
Yeah, like we've been stashing money away in our retirement funds and
Mhm.
trying to like get as much as we can, because like if we can retire early and manage to pull it off, great. Or at least
It's not even that I want to retire. It's more that I want to focus on
Yeah.
creative aspect or like.
Yeah, you want to be able to do what you
Yeah.
want to
Like,
do when you wake up in the
farmer.
morning.
Like,
Yeah.
you
I
want to
be able
do.
to like yeah.
I don't want to be
I-
a goose farmer, but
Yeah,
like
I was
something.
gonna say like
Yeah,
Our
I
version
get
of a
it.
goose
I
farmer.
get it. Resilient
for
Dad
me,
said,
like
"Go ahead, I'm
retirement's like
sorry."
gonna be definitely stepping back, and like I
You
don't
don't know how to step back.
I don't want to be working this many hours anymore. So
This man works at all hours of the day. I'm like, okay.
He said, I hear you. Like
We're
Resilient Dad
different
said,
people. Like 4:30 hit 4 hits, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, well, see,
Let's
then-
just
then I'll
look at
just,
that email for like the last half hour
Yeah.
and monitor our phone.
Well, I'm like, yeah. See, if I can't sleep, then I'll just get up and drive Uber for a couple hours and do some airport runs, like or something. That's like I'd rather do that than like have to code and. It's less stressful.
Resilient Dad said, I agree with changing jobs as much as possible as well. It ensures your pay is moving with inflation plus the growth
Yep,
in your career.
definitely.
And
Yeah, I've never
that
been
is
in a
so
job where
that
Yeah.
is so true. And I really, and both of my sons are entrepreneurs, really. But I wish I would have taught them a lot more. But I did. They watched me because I stayed on job for 15 years and left. And then from then on, I worked for myself. So entrepreneur, a lot of people want to do it, but it involves a lot of work,
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. People say, I want to work for myself. And that's amazing. I would love for a lot of people to do that, but it's work.
Oh, it is. It is.
It's work, but I am. I wish I would have taught them more about, let's see. Trish said I changed quite a bit when I was younger to progress in roles, title, responsibilities, and salary is what she did. In fact, she did it recently.
Yeah.
Is what she did. So yeah, and I was like, girl, later in life, new job, and she loves it, because it is. It's like you're like, ooh, I done been here that long. Know if I should jump over. I always said, because I worked at the bank for 15 years, and I always said when I left, you can always go back.
I just don't understand how you went from a bank to doula. Like,
because
two different things, and then did you have to have a
just,
medical background for doula?
No, it's the way the circle of the world. Carol, the manager. Hey, doula is okay. Call me Carol. I'm supposed to have Carol on Tuesday.
Ooh,
the doula is not on
another number.
Yeah, the doula isn't on the medical side. We're more on the calming side. I went when I did it. I went to doctor appointments. I knew them very well. So when we met up, it's either they didn't like me or I didn't like them. One or the other. That was the first thing was about. And people like, I turned out people, because once you're in labor, you need a person you really like in there. You got the nurse and the doctors and everything, but the only problem is the medical. I had a hard time with nurses at first. I didn't step on their toes. It was just, I don't know if they thought I was in there to get information or because I didn't have a medical background. And one of my clients told me that she heard the nurses in the hallway saying, she don't do nothing and she make all that money. I want to say, I sure do that. That was the problem.
I almost feel like you did almost mini case management, because weren't you just there to be a second set of eyes and help them understand and put it in layman's terms?
It sounds like it's not work, but being a doula is, girl, they could be in there 24 hours, 48 hours. Some have them right away. Sometimes I remember leaving the house on a Monday. I did not get back home till Friday because I went with different women. And then when I got home, took my shower, I slept for 24 hours without getting up to the bed. My husband was like, welcome back to the living. Wow. I loved it though. I loved it. That's when I say when you're made for something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if you can do it, do it. I tell anybody, take the chance. But yeah, it just circled because I started keeping kids and I just seen a lady on TV. Because I used to watch the birth stories. They used to show birth stories all the time on TLC. And this lady was in Canada. I never forget it. And I said, I could do that. So from that, I became a certified doula, a certified childbirth educator. I used to have girls come to my house every weekend, pregnant teens. I was certified in that, teen support. So I did a lot. You can see the glow in my eyes when, I hated that phone though in the end. We had a doula. It was life-changing. Yeah, it really works because you really have somebody. And, it makes the labor easy too. We're animals. I tell people, we're animals. Will you have somebody in your room you don't like? You hold up that person's labor. Yep. So we're animals, honey. We are. We're animals. So anyway, that's not what we came to talk about. What's the doula part?
I'm like, I don't think he even knows what doula is.
I do.
Now it's just a person it could be any woman that just helps a woman that's in labor before and after. Just that, person on the side that she can call on when she has questions, and we'll direct you back to your doctor. Oh, there is Patrick. He's my bestie. He don't know. I'm going to be asking you too, because I'm going to tell you, I ain't got 12 yet. He talking about you can ask me. You can ask me. But we have Fox and we have Crystal on. And thank you for everybody that's here. But Fox gonna tell us a little bit about, he got a startup business. I don't know the name of the business. Do the business have a name?
Yeah, it's Pear. So
Like the fruit.
yeah, like the fruit.
Oh, pear. Okay, the name
Yeah,
of the
like
fruit.
pear. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the whole mission and behind it?
Yeah. So what we're trying to do is start a new e-commerce platform, and it's targeting social commerce. So it's
Somebody sounds so businessy.
yeah,
I know. Go ahead. Yep.
yeah. I'm trying to find a good way to explain it. So we're working right now to go to market in the next few months. So we're working on bringing on a bunch of products and filling out our platform, and then we're going to work on bringing on promoters, which is pretty much anybody that has any kind of social following, so they can go on and pull from the products on the platform, make a post, and then
Share it out to your
community, and then
Okay.
you would make a commission on anything that's bought from the on our platform using your posts.
And they've had some cool products before. They had like those Judy Bloom jeans that I was really into last year, and then they sold Stanley cups for a bit, and then these really cool sunglasses, and I don't know. I feel like every few months they got something new going on there. So
well, it's been a lot of like change and iterations, and now we're finally getting to the point where it's getting more stable, and like I said, we're finally getting to the point to actually go to market with it, which is pretty exciting. So hopefully in the next couple months it'll be something that people can actually
I mean, it's worth going and looking at and then setting up an account, because I think they still are looking for influencers.
Yeah, if you go to like if you go to pear.us.
Pear.us. Okay.
Yeah, it'll take you to like their landing page.
Pear.us Resilient Dad. He said that sounds really interesting. So how are you going to go out and get your clients and stuff?
They've been working with some influencers already. Like there's some people on YouTube making posts about it, and they still like the clothing chick's still doing it. So
yeah, there's some people that we have that are on Instagram that are doing it as well. So I'm doing I'm more on the coding side. So like we have the other part of the business right now that is focusing on bringing on different brands and products right now. So it feels like every week we have between 1 and 3 brands that are onboarding now. So so we're starting to get some good.
I think they're still working on aspects. Like I know a month ago he was talking about the biggest issue is, well, people are going and checking out the site, but they're not finishing their order. They're just stopping. I go and look at it. I'm like, well, is it because I can't pick my size? Like I found more jeans. I'm like, I want these jeans. I can't get my size anymore. They sold out.
Especially women. I leave stuff in the basket. It's stuff in the Amazon basket right now. I end up buying it.
That's the thing we're noticing is like people will get to the checkout and then like leave, and it's like we're trying to figure out what we can do to kind of smooth that process a little bit.
Have you streamlined like the checkout? Because sometimes
I mean, I encourage you guys to go check it out. You can give feedback. Like I went and gave feedback, so
yeah, you can submit feedback on it as well.
Okay,
we'll take whatever feedback we get.
Like right now I'm in but yeah, so we have people on the business side that are recruiting like actual businesses to get the products on, and then we still want to get more promoters and influencers on, but it's kind of like cart before the horse. What do you want first? Do you want you need the promoters there to actually promote the products, but you also need the products there for them to promote. So that's kind of like we're trying to do a little bit both along the same way. So.
Is it only in the U.S. or is it
right now? Yeah, right now it's focused.
Because I know she's got some people from Canada that follow her too. So.
Right now everything is U.S. based. So you could probably still use it if you're abroad, but you'll probably have to.
Well, not right now. Canada has a postal strike going.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say you're gonna probably have to do like conversions on your end from U.S. to your Canadian dollars, but because
are they really called Canadian dollars?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Trish
but
said-
yeah, we don't do any kind of conversions or support anything other than USD. So
Mhm.
Oh, did you see that class?
soon.
You guys should start doing that. Harass people.
Some companies
Why
send,
do you
they
use
always
cards?
send me
Come back.
reminders
Oh yeah,
to leave in the cart.
I get a reminder
Well-
all the time from like Dash. Like,
That's
Yeah.
what I
do you
say.
still
We
want that
all
thing
do
going?
it. We all do it. You know, it's like in there. We're interested. That shows we're interested.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't
Yeah.
don't have the money at that moment.
oh yeah. Well, I think too, like with, I don't know if this goes with the promoters network, because like right now they're testing it a lot through ad sales on Facebook and stuff, but
Why? Facebook's dead.
there's still enough traffic there to make it worth it.
Okay.
And at least then you can do compare and contrast with how.
Oh, that's good. I didn't know
oh,
that.
yeah,
Canadian
Thank you.
Post Office.
yeah, but other brands that like we're working with, they're doing Facebook ads right now, so we're doing compare contrast with what they're getting on their own in-house ads versus using our platform. So that's one of the reasons we're doing Facebook ads, because we have that compare and contrast. We can actually see if our platform is delivering what we say it's delivering.
Okay.
I
I don't know. Do they
Yeah,
still
so,
have
like-
that Facebook group thing?
don't think so.
Thank God.
Yeah, but we have so like I'm hoping that once we get a little bit more established and we have more promoters working with us, that will help with the checkout problem too, because then you can have like promoters like post about something multiple times and kind of keep the interest over like a few week
Yeah.
period, and kind of remind people that way to go back. So I'm hoping that will help some, but yeah, for the immediate term, that's
I know at last year at one point they broke the system with like one of the promoters was really, that was when those stupid jeans were really popular last year. And she was like doing a promo about it, and they had like 100 people or something on a live, and it crashed their little system. I'm like, how are you guys gonna make this work? And he's like, oh, it's so much different now. We were learning that. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my
A lot of things are learning, and a lot
I
of
just
things
think it's so amazing when people do startups, you know,
yeah, and
because a lot of
Like-
times when I worked at the bank, I did take all that knowledge with me. I tell everybody. And I was
Yeah.
on the sales part of the bank. So, but we noticed that most businesses close within a year, that first year.
Yep.
So I knew about that part of working for yourself. You got to be darn smart.
yeah,
to,
and exactly like they say like 80 to 90% of startups fail in the first year, and then like for e-commerce of those, it's like another 80-90% of that 10% fail if it's just in the e-commerce spot. So like it's like a really it is an extremely challenging market.
At least they tried, though. You know, that's my
So
thing.
like that's
I still have faith though. I think
it's one of those.
I don't get the name, but I like the company. I liked it more when it was One World Market, but
Yeah, it was originally One Market,
Okay.
which was like it started out as One Market, then they rebranded that product to Via, and then when they
I
then
didn't even hear about that one.
that was only for about 6 months, and that was
Mhm.
what they scrapped last year, and now they have
Mhm.
Pair.
But Pear.
Yep.
I remember like last year he was showing me they were trying to pick their marketing of what they wanted their image to be.
Oh yeah, they're doing.
I'm
logo
like, what do they
designs
think they
and-
are? Apple? Like, why are they? I'm like, is it like a pair of shoes? No, it's like the fruit. I'm like, really?
Yep.
So where did the name come from? Did I miss something? Where did the pair come from?
I don't really know, like why they picked Pear. To be honest,
Pair of shoes.
like they.
To compare with Apple, that's my theory. Like,
Well, I think they wanted to do a play on words with having the promoters pairing with the partners. So,
oh,
like,
okay.
I think they were trying to.
Maybe P
Well,
dot E dot A dot. You know,
Yeah.
Lorna says, has Canadian dollars also loonies and toonies, and loonies is $1 and a toonie is a $2 coin that replaces the $1 and $2 bill.
Are they just walking around with change purses? Or like,
Oh my God, Lorna.
everything we do is on debit card
Oh
or
my
something
God.
now. Like, I never have money.
I know. I'm
I still
surprised they
remember-
didn't take away. I thought they were going to take away pennies years ago.
No.
Oh, so did I.
Illinois
actually,
would never
like-
allow that. Are you kidding me? No. No. Illinois is
Yeah,
all
you
about
would
that
just
penny.
say,
You
no,
can
no,
pay at
no.
a toll booth with pennies in Illinois.
Mhm.
But then again,
So
now nobody's even paying
I
with
don't know.
cash.
Like, yeah, all the toll booths, like, in the
That's true. When we were down there,
everything is now online. So,
Yeah, and
like,
if you
even
try to
if
can't
you
pay,
don't
check your
have,
pennies out of them anymore.
even if you
yeah,
don't have an iPass, you can just go through and, like, you have an account online, it
mhm.
charges you and takes it off. So,
I don't
Yeah,
have
that's-
that online.
well, that's what I
I'm-
did. Like, during the pandemic, that really changed it. So,
Yeah,
Panda, it changed me
everything.
inside and out and around as well. I was already a homebody, so it was like
yeah.
it just made
You
it
don't
worse.
travel at all, Betty?
No, not really.
Why not?
I don't know. Y'all need to take me with you. I don't know.
I'm really looking forward to New Orleans this spring. That's gonna be fun.
yeah.
I think it's during Mother's Day weekend or something, but
So what are y'all gonna do? You think?
Well, we were originally going down there for a conference, and I don't know if we're allowed to still do that.
I don't care. We're going anyways.
Oh, well, she don't care. They're going anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
commercial groups have their like things, and
She's
they're
like,
all going the month before, and I'm just like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah, we were trying to plan it with the group, and then like,
I think they just wanted to go for Vonnie's birthday now.
yeah,
but-
we booked something when and then like the next month they're like, oh yeah, we're not doing that anymore, and it's like, well, we already booked, so
I don't care.
we're doing it. Like,
I love New Orleans. Like, I only got to go there once, and I went there for a different conference, like back when I was in a cult.
yeah.
Hey, April, thanks for coming in. Thank you so much.
Frog.
What time is y'all show every day at? It's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my time? You're not Eastern Standard. What time is it there? 'Cause
Oh, the Vlogmas?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been
it'll be
trying to
Eastern.
post it at 8 Eastern and then like
Okay, that's what I thought.
Central.
8
Because we're Central.
Eastern time. I got her channel right up to pinned to the top. And yesterday I was talking about they was trying to make some hot chocolate with some marshmallows, child. Y'all got to go over and see that recipe.
I don't even know what we're posting today. Like,
Oh
probably
my
counting
God.
this count, right?
How much marshmallows was in there? Y'all put
The whole bag.
Yeah,
It was a whole bag.
yeah,
I
it was
know,
like
but it
one of
had to
those-
be a big bag. I was like,
No, it's like one of those small little bags of mini marshmallows. But
It
yeah, it
called
was a whole
for,
bag.
didn't it call for like 8 ounces and we put in 12 or something? Or was that the chocolate chip?
Yeah, there was something that was like it was either 8 or 12 ounces or
yeah.
It was so good, but like after you had 4 sips of it, you're like, oh my God, I'm drinking a marshmallow. This is too much.
Oh,
yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. They had to taste more like marshmallow.
It was
Yeah,
good. It
yeah,
was
it
just
was-
very sweet. Like,
whereas I was all about it. Like I had
you
my
had to add
sister. Yeah,
food.
my sister got me this. They went to Tennessee, I think,
Yeah.
earlier this year, and I did a
Peanut butter moonshine.
house sitting for them. So they brought me back some peanut butter moonshine, and I was too tired, but I was like, oh man, having a shot of this moonshine and this hot chocolate, oh, that would be so good. So
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
yeah.
Now
So
that
since we have
sounds
some left, I
good.
might try to heat it up tonight and try that.
Oh,
So-
now that sounds. She talking about somebody gonna be sick on the stomach. That was somebody.
I'm so sick of. Yesterday, I made a gingerbread cheesecake for our what was that? Solstice.
Solstice party.
Yeah.
For a
Mhm.
pagan group. So, but yeah, like
It was very sweet, and
was.
everybody kept saying it tasted like pumpkin pie. I'm like, there's no pumpkin in this thing. What are you talking about? And they're like, what seasonings in it? And I start saying, oh, there's nutmeg, there's allspice,
Cinnamon.
there's cinnamon, and
yeah, they're like, oh yeah,
ginger,
that's
and they're like,
everything
that's a
that
pumpkin
goes-
pie. I'm like,
Everything except for the pumpkin. Like-
apparently,
Yeah.
if you add molasses, it tastes like pumpkin. I don't.
So Fox, how did she get you to this internet thing, to YouTube? How did she con you in?
I've
Oh,
been asking for 10 years to do Vlogmas.
Yeah. So
And I never had the
We
confidence to do
enjoy
it.
both of you together.
what's that?
I said we enjoy it.
Oh,
I
thanks.
enjoy it. It's not
Well,
boring. It's
no,
not
she.
boring.
Yeah, I don't know. She just was like, decided like 1 year we're gonna do this, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go along with it.
Which
No,
I'm
it
grateful
was,
for.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah. She just was like, she's and some mornings she's like, just like, I'm recording, so either like get dressed or stare at my shot, like.
I know, right? This is what they say. Get ready, because you're gonna be showing.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah.
Well, then he starts looking like a cartoon character because normally during the work week he's always wearing like a white Ralph Polo and then like running pants. So he's a cartoon character throughout my whole Vlogmas, and then he's trying to wear polos to look all like professional now. I'm like, oh, now we're wearing clothes, are we? What happened to Cartoon Fox?
Y'all were near here when we had the hurricanes, right? One time, wasn't you pretty? Was y'all
Oh
down there?
Yeah.
we were down in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, where were
We
y'all
came
at?
right before, and then
We
left before Milton.
yeah we
Yeah,
flew
I
down
remember.
on Wednesday before Helene hit, and then like that Thursday we were at the Kennedy Space Center walking through it.
Oh,
There's a video of us there, and they're like
yeah.
keeping us trapped in a room for a
They-
while.
They had our tornado watch, so they had us all shut in a building for I don't know 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But
we were
yeah,
with like 20 friends or something.
yeah, we were with a group of people, so we had
fun.
Yeah, so we still had a good time, but yeah, it was there. We were supposed to do like a bus tour around the Space Center as well. They canceled that because of the weather. We got back to our hotel room, like they had like these big potted plants outside that were like blown over, and a lot of wind, a lot of rain. But yeah, we just went to bed, and then the next morning it was sunny again,
and palm leaves everywhere on the yard.
Yeah. So
thank God you went down from Milton.
No, I was just surprised because we were in like Orlando, and I'm like, why is this even getting impacted at all? And then I kept wondering about how you were doing, and
we got it. We didn't get the direct eye because it just turned off. It should have. Well, I shouldn't say that because somebody else was gonna get it too. But it did veer off. We didn't get that. But we got trees uprooted, and people are still trying to. People got flooded out twice. Some people.
Yeah.
They stayed by the water. People got flooded out twice.
I'm excited because our horse friend that had that horse farm there, we're actually going to meet up with her at our next pony conference in Dallas in February.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see Kim and her daughter, and I still have to post like videos of the horse farm and stuff when we went in Florida. It's just I'm so behind in like editing all these conferences we went to.
I know it.
I still have footage from when we went on our cruise, and now that's been a year long.
Editing takes a lot. Fox, don't let her train you to edit because she'll have you editing all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't got time for that.
He doesn't have a creative bone in his body when it comes to editing. He doesn't know what to do.
But I didn't know how to do it at all when I first started. At all.
Oh my God. I can't wait to the point where I'm desperate for footage. He has so much footage from when he went to Bolivia and China and like.
Oh yeah, I gotta go dig up all that footage.
Oh my God!
I'm scared of what it even looks like because it was.
It's so long ago.
Y'all ain't gonna.
It's like I want to put it. I don't know. I would love to put it on his channel, but like he doesn't even do anything with his channel. He has a channel and he doesn't do anything.
Somebody to edit it.
Well, I'm willing to edit it. It's just more.
I know, but I'm just saying it would be less time.
I actually thought about that before too, just having somebody else go through it, but I don't know. I keep thinking one of these years I'll have more spare time, and then it never happens. So.
What spare time? We're like always working at having a house is a lot of work too. Like,
tell me, mine ain't been clean since I started YouTube.
Well,
that's why you do Vlogmas, Betty. Because like you're worried people are seeing your house.
I have never been brave enough to do.
Or you have a party.
Yeah, have people over. That's what we do.
What you gonna do? Put stuff in. I'm telling people think that people that vlog and they see these pretty white houses and all, they have stuff pushed in the corner and everything. I'm telling people think those people houses, they push all that stuff in the corner out the way, throw stuff in the other room. They do it all.
We have like
there's a reason certain doors are closed. Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And they do the same thing in those big white houses. I tell one friend of mine talking about the only reason your house is clean because you vlog. And I'm like, girl, you ain't seen the corners. you ain't seen the corners yet. But
have you ever gotten outside of Florida?
Oh yeah, I've been out the country too. Mm-hmm. It's just been a while since especially since the pandemic. Pandemic really messed me up. And then we got the hurricanes, and then they did another. Some of us still just coming out of the shell shock.
Is there any place you'd want to go in your life yet?
I don't know. No, I have to think about that.
I don't want to do an Alaskan cruise.
Yeah, they say that. I've heard from the cruise community that's the best cruise to take.
Well, we did a trip in Alaska for a girlfriend's wedding about 10 years ago now. And he had us on a train and a plane and like a bus.
Yeah, it was nuts. Well, it was like,
I wish I vlogged that trip, but that was before I got into vlogging.
It was, and like that was one of the only trips that I've done where I didn't plan it myself. I went through a travel agency because I was like, I don't want to deal with going through all the details. And at the end, I wish I would have just planned it myself because like they screwed up a lot of things along the way. Like every hotel like that they had us staying in, they had us either in like 2 twin beds or separate rooms altogether or weird stuff like that. Like it's like, no, we're a married couple. Like, why are you doing this? Like, well, it's just a whole bunch of weird crap like that. And like kept happening. Like every time we would go to a new town and have to check into a new place, we'd be like, can we please get like just a queen bed or a king bed?
Was it because of my name?
Like, I don't know what it was, but like they just like, and there's other like weird stuff along the way too. Like they booked us to like go to like museum, and it was during like the day when we're like on the bus all day traveling through the town, so we would have only been there for like
a half hour,
maybe 45 minutes, and we're supposed to grab lunch then too, and we're like, why did we get charged for museum tickets that we can't use? Like
we ended up going back a day or something.
It ended up like working out, but like because we had an extra.
Because I plan my own.
There's just like a whole bunch of like weird shit like that happened where I'm like, if I would have planned this on my own, like I would have been cost effective. It would have saved us some money.
I planned all my tours to myself.
Yeah,
they had the walking tour. They had the Great Ocean Roads tour. And I forgot, what's that site where you go where you can find if a restaurant's good or whatever site that was. I used, and I just pulled up this one on our street. They even told me the tour bus to even take the small one, don't take the big one. That was the most enjoyable whole day because we became like family. And I seen like the other big tour buses. I was so glad. I think it was about 10 or 12 of us. And that was one of the best days that I, had over there was that. And the walking tour was good too. So that was
I mean, that's like one of the things, like for our honeymoon, I really planned out like everything too and read a lot of reviews on all the tours and everything. And it took a lot of the time, but it was a really good trip, I thought. So
the only thing we both agreed was ridiculous was in Venice. We took like 3 different tours.
Yeah, Venice was like one of those, like we originally were going to spend a week in Florence and a week in Venice. And
I'm glad we didn't.
Like we ended up, part of the days that we were in Venice, we ended up going.
We were staying in the middle of nowhere, which was like in the middle of everything.
So like one of the days we ended up going to Verona
Yeah.
instead, and
And that was one of my favorite days.
yeah,
Honestly.
yeah, because
Mhm.
like with Florence, there's like a lot to see and a lot of history, but Venice, like there is some history there, but you don't need a week for it.
We
You
went
can
on
spend
3 different tours, and it felt like it was
felt
the
like
same tour
yeah.
every
Whereas
time.
like Florence, we did few different tours, and it felt like every one
Very
was
different.
different. Whereas Venice, it felt like by the third tour, it's like yeah, you pretty much covered everything at this point. So yeah, like if we would have done it again, I probably would have done like 2, maybe 3 days at Venice at most,
Okay.
and did a little bit more exploring elsewhere. But other than that, it was.
We have somewhere other places that we
yeah.
want to go. I saw like I love Kira and Nate, and they just did a Christmas river cruise where they go to like 9 different Christmas marts with their family, and they stop at all these different Christmas marts. I'm like, I love it because they're on a cruise, so they don't have to like pack up their stuff and travel. And then they stop at all these Christmas marts, and it's in Germany, and then they stop in Austria. So then I'm like messaging Fox and like his sister, like, when are we doing this? Because his sister's birthday is like on the 26th. So I thought it was the 26th.
Yeah.
You're probably right, and I'm wrong.
Yeah, I probably hate blood files. I probably want to go to like Thailand. I thought about that, but the only thing I'm frightened of, though, being older, I have to always remember because the food is so different.
I love
And
that.
I don't want to
aspect of
get.
it, though.
I do. I would love that aspect of it, but I don't want to get sick over there either.
Yeah.
You know, being
Did you have to
young.
take a bunch of weird pills when you were in Bolivia?
Yeah, like like I had to look up, and they have travel advisories for what parts of the country.
So glad I didn't go to Bolivia with him.
Yeah.
Like,
well, because like part of it, yeah, because
I wouldn't have survived.
It really depends on where, because I would have been able to do less, but like I had to get some extra vaccines because like the I did the biking on the death road, so like you go. It ends in the lower altitudes near the rainforest. So because of that, I had to get like the vaccinations that you need if you're going to the rainforest proper. So because I was there for an afternoon, I had to get some extra shots and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. I do that whenever I travel. It's like just look up and see what vaccinations they recommend. And
this is what I would really want to do, and I can transition into anybody's homes, how they live. I would love to live with a family. I don't want to stay in a hotel. That's what I really want to get into, like the culture. And I can live in any situation. We got to go to the outside bathroom. No, I could do that. I can do that. But I just don't want to get sick.
Well, I was kind of the same way when I was in Bolivia, but like the guy that I was with, he was much more courageous. He'd be like, he'd be walking on the street and he'd like go up to like street vendors and like,
that's what I want. But I know I'll be like,
I know. I was like, oh my god, dude, like. You know, he was doing this like the day before we were leaving. I'm like, dude, you gotta get on a plane tomorrow. Are you sure you want to risk
it? I'm so grateful for Mark going on that trip with you. And like, I came and picked him up, and he was like so happy to see me. And it was only a week, wasn't it?
No, it was like 2 weeks.
Oh my god!
It was like, I think it was 2 weeks and a day.
My stomach will be bubbling. Bloop 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Well, again, because it's a little over an hour, and I want to wish Crystal a happy birthday. She's a Sagittarius too, Trish.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you ain't no Sag. You Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, okay.
And I did figure.
I like the disappointment.
My best friend is Capricorn.
I'm a Capricorn moon and a Capricorn sun, and you are a Scorpio moon. Did you know that?
What's a Scorpio moon? What they do?
I don't know. My notes are over there.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll find out what the
I'll message you.
My husband is a Scorpio.
Who?
My husband.
Oh, okay.
He's a Scorpio.
Maybe that's why you guys are drawn to each other.
Maybe, girl, but he got a brain like him. That's why I asked him what he did in college. They don't work with the right side of their brain. They on some other side.
I don't know. Fox
Yeah.
with cancer, and then he gets mad because he's like, I'm not a cancer. But then I see that soft, mushy side about him, and he doesn't like showing it.
Yeah.
Trish says she's gonna be in a plush hotel. I'm really sure to see what the culture is really like. I would love to stay in one too, but I just want to. If you go that far, I want to stay with the.
One of the other ladies I follow for Vlogmas, she's like traveling Africa. She's in her late 50s or something. And she's got the most beautiful accent, but she's going and staying in hostels and she is living. Like if you look on my master cherub list, you can see
That's
her.
what I'm
You're on
saying.
my list
Some
too.
people they really live.
Thank you, Trish. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah. Because if it was
I don't know, it just feels like another day. I'm ready for a nap.
Well, honestly, if it was up to me, and I'm gonna let y'all go, I would really live like I have said this for years. I would live in Gainesville, Central Florida, and stay out in the country, but not that far out, maybe 10 minutes from out of town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I would like to stay. I've been saying my husband don't want to.
I don't know. I grew up in the country, and growing up there, I always wanted to move back to the city. And now I'm getting older, and I'm starting to miss the
See,
country,
that's
so.
what it does. That's what happened.
Yep.
You know.
I keep messaging him. I'm like, we could live in Portugal for like $1,500 a month.
Oh, well, I don't know about listen, I don't know about all that, but I'm thinking about the medical and everything else. Yeah, but you do have to be careful going out, the country as you get older. You just have to be healthy. healthy. But I really appreciate both of y'all coming. The chat, the BJ fam, thank you so much passing through. So what are y'all going to do on Christmas Day?
Oh, actually, we haven't really talked about it that much yet.
We've been so focused on the cat, honestly. I think it's just staying home and
spending time with him because we've just been counting down the days to Christmas with him. So
I know my family's getting together on the 28th, so maybe I'm not even sure.
Yeah, well, it'll be me, my husband, and Olivia. And people be feeling I feel so sorry. Don't feel sorry for me. Please don't.
I like that quiet.
I keep telling everybody my house was noisy when the boys were growing up. Noisy. You hear me? I want some peace and quiet.
Yeah.
My sister didn't have any children. She said she watched us and she glad she didn't. I say, girl, I ain't mad at you.
No, my nephews are mad. I think they wanted to come down and spend like Christmas break with us. I'm like,
I tell them no because they haven't been down since my birthday back in July, and
we love them though.
Yeah, this fall has been busy, and then with school getting sick, it just hasn't worked out, but. Yeah,
I'm sure I'll get them for like spring break.
We'll have to have them down early next year for sure.
What they say,
but I definitely love being the fun uncle and getting to borrow them for a weekend and then send them home. So.
Yeah.
I love shipping them all out of my house, and I can just watch my TV shows. And
I know, right? I love.
When are you gonna do your Wizard of Oz theme with all your people?
It's gonna be next year. It's gonna be, it's not gonna be.
I really want him to go see it, but he's like, no.
2 hours and 40 minutes. 2 hours. I want to see it again.
Yeah.
Because if I'm gonna do a show on it, I gotta make some notes. You know what I mean? So I gotta go see it again and do that. So, but I've been on YouTube, going on 4 years, and then like I did the 365 days of the shorts. So what I'm going to do, trying to do a lot of shorts now for January, because in January I'm not going to do any lives on and I'm just going to schedule the shorts out and then come back February, hit the reset button. Somebody told me that's too long. I've been retired since I was 57. But really, in social media, it is, too long. It really is. So only thing I'm gonna do is just have those shorts scheduled to go out and bite the bullets. So I don't want to really burn out, and I'm to that place where Trish says she's a city girl, but she wants a big garden. And and I have to go see. Yeah, she's gonna go see Wicked because she'll be one of the ones that goes. It'll probably end up being about 4 or 5 come up here, and we're gonna talk about Wicked. So, and I don't think your husband going to see it. So,
Oh, my
Stephanie-
favorite is the girlfriends. They're like, let's go all in theater with our spouses. I'm like,
Yeah. Did it go by fast for you? Did it go by fast for you though? Did
What?
it 2 hours 40 minutes? Did it go by fast?
I did think so. Like, I had to go to the bathroom at one point, and that was fun. But I think I picked a good point to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I went right
So-
after like Popular, and then I guess all I missed was the school like scene. So I was kind of confused, like where's the goat?
Yeah. Yeah. The best part to me was just the ending. That was really the best
Yeah.
part to
That
me.
sounds
That,
stuck in my head.
yeah, I even say Alexa because if I say Alexa, she gonna come on and I tell her to play Gravity. Every day I'm playing Gravity. But okay, everybody. Thanks again, chat, for hanging with me.
Thank
And
you.
Fox. Now I know how to say your name. And Crystal. And I got Crystal channel pinned up to the top. Fox, his startup, the startup business is Pear, PEAR.US.
US.
Yep.
.US.
Yeah.
And you can see what they're doing because they're going to be hunting us out in a little bit because they're going to need us
Yeah.
for their marketing. Okay. Yeah, I won't even charge it. Okay. Bye, everybody. And don't forget to
Bye.
thumbs up as you leave. And have a great holiday.
You too,
And
Betty.
a happy new year. Ooh,
We
another
love you,
year
Betty.
over. I'll be 70. Don't y'all go anywhere, y'all.